Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 22nd. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All you have to do is subscribe and you will catch me live. But Virgo, let's see what is going on for you this week. Love it already. So this looks pretty good already. But let's keep this going. You start off with the Grasshopper Spirit, which is like a card of big leaps forward in your life. This is amazing. You have the Six of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the World coming up in your first row. The Chariot. This is very, very positive is what I'd say to you, Virgo. So I like it. I feel like there could be some distractions, but we'll talk about that in just a second here, Virgo. But let's keep it going here. Yeah, I feel like you need to be just careful of like your thoughts. It's kind of interesting. The same kind of message came up for Pisces, that Pisces needs to kind of try to keep it positive at this time. But you start off with the Grasshopper Spirit, so definitely big, huge leaps forward. This is a card of making great progress all at once, like making a leap forward in your life. So I feel like there could be a leap in progress for you here, Virgo. And I also am getting luck on this card as well. Which is very interesting because in your first row, you have the Six of Wands, you have the Wheel of Fortune in the World. So amazing, number one. This could be a lot of luck coming in for you, of course. This could also be you standing out. Pisces had the Six of Wands as well, but they had it in their more in their future position. But this is a lot of luck for you. The Wheel of Fortune normally has a snake on one side of the Wheel of Fortune. And to me, the Wheel of Fortune kind of represents your vibrations. That snake is a squiggly line, basically. And it kind of represents your vibes needing to keep your energy more positive. You also have the Queen of Wands here as well. And this Queen of Wands could be you needing to keep things more positive, needing to keep your vibrations high. It's a card of like boldness and really sticking up for yourself. But I feel like for some of you, this could be a move. So if you're hoping to make a move, definitely a move. I mean, you have this Grasshopper Spirit, like taking a leap of faith. And the Wheel of Fortune can also represent a move, and the World obviously can represent a move, and you have the Chariot as well. So it definitely could be a move, but this to me just looks like a lot of luck and things like that as well. We're going to get more detail because we're going to clarify this in just a minute with the Lenormand. You next have the Community card. I feel like your community would be very beneficial for you at this time. Every single time I read for you, Virgo, you get these cards of like community, needing to ask for help, needing to find help from the right people and all this other stuff. And I feel like that would be a very good idea for you to get help from people or to have people assist you, whether it's in like work, business, your love life, whatever. I feel like that would be very beneficial with that card. In this row, you have the Chariot, the Four of Swords, and the Seven of Cups here. In a lot of ways, I feel like you need to make a choice, which always comes up for you, Virgo. The Four of Swords is like taking a break. So and it's coming up as your center card. So this is the most important card in a 9-card spread. It could kind of say that you are taking a break this week, or maybe you're taking some time to meditate or recharge your batteries. I feel like that would be a great idea with the Four of Swords. Again, we're going to see what comes up when we clarify, but I feel like it would be a good idea. You have the Seven of Cups here as well. The Seven of Cups to me is kind of like a good card, bad card. To me, it can represent confusion and being spoiled for choice, but it can also be a good card because it's like you are spoiled for choice. It can say you have a lot of options and that there is no right or wrong answer. So I feel like for some of you need to realize that, but definitely some sort of victory coming in for you here, Virgo. At the end, you have the Never-Ending Story card. This card says it's time to end a cycle. And in this row here, you have the Five of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Justice card. That Five of Cups is like a card of crying over spilt milk, right? And so it could be a never-ending story. It's like sometimes if we're crying, normally on a traditional Five of Cups, it's like there's 2 cups behind the person who's crying over the 3 cups in front of them. But also behind them is a bridge over these waters that he's looking at, and there's also a castle in the distance. So if this person would just turn around, they would see that they have more options. They have 2 cups standing up. They have a bridge over to a castle. That castle represents safety, security, comfort, and protection. And again, the bridge It's kind of like a bridge over certain emotions or negative feelings. So for some of you, I feel like this could represent some sadness, or, again, maybe you have some regrets, but I feel like you really need to leave these things in the past. Again, you have the Queen of Wands and the Justice card. The Queen of Wands is like a card of boldness, being very bold and sticking up for what you want and kind of like really going for what you want as well. The Justice card is kind of like a card that is, can represent justice. Of course, this could represent like a legal matter or something like that. But really, the Justice card is cause and effect. It says where you put your energy, Five of Cups or the Queen of Wands, is what you're going to get back. So I feel like you need to keep it positive. Again, Pisces had like the same message. First, between your Six of Wands and the Chariot, you have the Seven of Spades here. This is called the letter in the Lenormand card reading system. Definitely represents good news coming in for you, especially between the Six of Wands and the Chariot. This could be like news of some sort of victory. This could be a legal victory for some of you, definitely popping into my head. For others, this could just be good news that you've been waiting for. It could be about anything, really. Next, between the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Swords, you have the Scythe here. This is the Jack of Diamonds in the playing card reading system. This card can represent good news or good things coming in for you as well. It's kind of like a weird card because it can represent anxiety. It can say that you could be feeling anxieties about something new. Like you could be getting a new job, or you could be thinking about moving. And so like the type of anxiety that comes up with this Scythe card, the Jack of Diamonds, is just like the unknown, just not knowing where things are going to go. But it's actually a really good card. Next, between the World and the Seven of Cups, you have the Fox. The Fox is the Nine of Clubs in the playing card reading system, and it is a card of like trickery or being tricked. I feel like this is saying don't allow things to take you off your path with this Seven of Cups. I feel like you need to stay focused on like one thing. I feel like there's something you want, and I feel like you need to move straight towards it. This could be in love, could be in business, could be moving as well. That Seven of Cups is like indecision. I just get like an indecision feeling. I just get the feeling that you could be having a hard time making a decision on something. I feel like you just need to move towards it. Between the Chariot and the Five of Cups, you have the Jack of Hearts. This is the heart in the playing card reading, or this is the heart in the Lenormand card reading system. It usually represents an admirer, and it definitely can represent love. Some of you could be having regrets in love. Really, I feel like this is saying that a cycle in love needs to end. If you are stuck on the hamster wheel with a person, if the same thing is happening over and over and over again, I feel like there needs to be a change with these three cards right here. And the Chariot says you need to make a choice. It's like, are you going to stay stuck with a person, or are you going to move on? Next, between the Four of Swords and the Queen of Wands, you have the King of Hearts. Love it. This is called the House. It's funny that I was talking about the castle on the Five of Cups. This card is very similar. It represents safety, security, comfort, protection. It is called the House. So I feel like for some of you, this is saying that there's like a lot of happiness for you, and there's some protection. It's also could be love. So if you're looking for love, there definitely could be love coming in for you. For some of you, I feel like you could be dealing with a Cancer. You could also be dealing with an Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo is popping into my head with this Wheel of Fortune especially. So you could be dealing with one of the fixed signs as well. Next, between the Seven of Hearts and the Justice card, you have the Whip. This card says don't beat yourself up, plain and simple. I feel like these two cards here, the Five of Cups and the Whip card, are basically saying that maybe you feel like, really what I feel like this is for you, Virgo, is I feel like you feel like you missed out on an opportunity. Really, I don't think you did. I feel like you're getting the opportunity again. So I would let those fears go. For your outcome this week, for your top row here, you have the Anima card. This is the Ace of Spades. This card can, it's normally called the woman or the lady. Again, I don't attach gender to my cards in these general readings. So this could be any person coming into your life. Generally, this is considered to be someone to be careful of. So again, I would be careful of getting sucked back in with like a liar or a cheater or a stealer or something with these three cards here. But this can also be a card of existing problems being resolved. So I feel like some of you could be overcoming issues. Next, in this middle row here, love it, you have the Ring. Pisces also had this card. This is my favorite card in the Lenormand card reading system, the Ring. It can represent marriage, number one. It can be an engagement. But it's also a card of things coming full circle. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the World card, things coming full circle. So I feel like things are kind of starting to make sense in your life. Maybe you're starting to understand why things are happening. What I will say to you, Virgo, is I would have preferred in your reading to see the 5 of Cups with like a 9, because, like the 5 of Cups with the 9 of Spades, or the 9 of Swords even, because, a lot of readers would maybe consider that to be negative or challenging. However, I disagree. To me, the 5 of Cups with the 9 of Swords kind of represents some sort of temporary blessing in disguise. So it would say like whatever you're going through here is some sort of temporary blessing in disguise. It's not a big deal. But at the same time, the Ace of Clubs here, this ring card, can represent things coming full circle. It's like you're understanding why you had to go through certain things. And finally, in your bottom row here, you have the Queen of Hearts. This is called the Stork in the Lenormand card reading system. And again, it's very like good, just kind of like kind, caring, nurturing energy for you, Virgo. So I definitely like to see that. But this is a very, this is a relatively positive reading, I would say. I do feel like there could be some sadness or like worries going on with that 5 of Cups. I literally feel like you just have to keep it positive. I also feel like the 5 of Cups, for whatever reason, this is not what the 5 of Cups represents, but you have the Wheel of Fortune, a cycle, the World, a cycle, the Ring, a cycle. I feel like you need to pay attention to things that are repeating in your life, because you have that never-ending story card. I feel like once you cut out the never-ending story in your life, it's going to be different for all of you. Once you do that, I feel like that's where you are going to find true success. So I feel like you need to cut out the repetitive things that keep replaying in your head, or the situations that you keep going back to. Once you do that, I feel like there will be justice here with the Justice card. But very interesting reading. I would say like very positive. I mean, 6 Wands, Wheel of Fortune, World, Chariot, some sort of victory coming in for you. I would just keep it focused this week. But it looks really good. So thank you for watching, Virgo, and enjoy your week.